Oh, such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
I meant those blackout motorized shades.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. I installed these and then got some for my mom. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Hall of Fame son.
They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Blinds.com is the GOAT.
Shop Blinds.com right now and get up to 45% off select styles, plus a professional measure. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Don't miss out on the final football game of the season with Prize Picks. Join now because Prize Picks are giving away a free pick for the big game where 1 yard equals 1 win. Just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Download the Prize Picks app and use code FIELD and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code FIELD on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
The new year is the perfect time to start fresh. So why not make it delicious? Start your day with Bob's Red Mill 100% whole grain oats. One simple ingredient with endless possibilities. Whether you're a sweetness savorer or a good health guru, with Bob's Red Mill, you can have a naturally delicious breakfast made your way. So savor your mornings with premium oats, perfected by nature and made to be shared. No matter how you top your oats, you're always welcome at our table. Look for Bob's Red Mill oats in the blue bag.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouthwatering meals. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices. Plus, extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with points. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon. Sometimes the most painful part of getting sick is the getting better part. Waiting on hold for an appointment, sitting in crowded waiting rooms, standing in line at the pharmacy, that's painful. Amazon One Medical and Amazon Pharmacy remove those painful parts of getting better with things like 24/7 virtual visits and prescriptions delivered to your door. Thanks to Amazon Pharmacy and Amazon One Medical, healthcare just got less painful.
Do the Eagles have to win the Super Bowl on February 9th to validate their season, to validate themselves? That's the big question I'm asking myself as we enter the weekend. Welcome to the Eagles Checkdown, right here on the Eagles Pinpole Podcast Network, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast there is, covering news, notes, and opinions. I'm your host, Phil Stiefel, found on all social media platforms at Beard and Knowledge, and also hosting Trending in the AM Monday through Friday on the STT Sports Network. And I asked that question before we get to my thoughts on the answer to that and some thoughts on that. We do got to get to business first. The Eagles had their first full practice leading up to the Super Bowl next Sunday. And I want to go over the injury report. And there's some interesting things there. Obviously, the did not participate list. A couple of rest guys like Saquon Barkley and A.J. Brown. Nolan Smith and Eli Ricks did not practice because of an illness. Devontae Smith, his hamstring, which has been an issue and maintained a while. Cam Jurgens and Landon Dickerson obviously didn't play with the cam with the back. Landon Dickerson with the knee. Kenny Gainwell is still in concussion protocol. Dallas Goedert, a combination of rest in his ankle, similar to the last couple of weeks. Moro Jomo with his shoulder. Again, pretty typical. CJ Uzma is off the practice. Well, as practice window has been opened, and he practiced fully, as did Brett Toth. And then the limited participants. This is where it gets a little interesting. Britton Covey did participate. His practice window was opened last week. He didn't play, but it's still there. And one Mr. 55, Eagles legend Brandon Graham, returned to practice in a limited capacity after having his practice window opened. Man, could you imagine the storyline if Brandon Graham actually gets himself activated and gets on the field after that potentially career, probably season injury he faced earlier in the year? Just have him dress and walk out for the coin toss as an honorary captain. Well, he was a captain, so not an honorary captain, the captain, getting his body and his language and his emotion back on the sideline, maybe making another play. Talk about hallmark story endings that he could write for his career, walking off the field on February 9th as a two-time Super Bowl champion. Something that's pretty special there. So that's the news and notes there from practice. Nothing surprising, honestly. They're putting in the game plan. A lot of these guys know what they're doing. Jalen Hurts looked great, practiced in full. from the videos I saw. So that's all great. That's all well and good. Fantastic. So we got to answer the question of the day. Do the Eagles need to win the Super Bowl? Is it a must-win game? It's a must-win game, obviously, right? Because you want to win the Super Bowl. That's what we do this for. But do they need it? Do they have to win it to validate the success they've had this year and over the last couple years? And I think the thing is, they don't have to win it to validate it to themselves, but they do. And I know that sounds a little oxymoron, a little back and forth there. You think about it. The Eagles hear the rumors. The Eagles hear the noise. The Eagles claim they don't, but they do. They know everyone constantly doubts them. They know everyone constantly doubts Nick Sirianni, the clown Sirianni. Everybody questions Jalen Hurts. You had Cam Newton yesterday, talking on whatever idiot show on ESPN, talking about how, Jalen Hurts wouldn't even make the playoffs ever if he was in the AFC. Really? Really? Come on now, Cam. You're just jealous that he's 10 times the quarterback you ever were. Hurts hears that. The team hears that. And they want to shut people up. And winning a Super Bowl would do that. In their minds, they know they're good enough to be there. In their minds, they know they belong to the Eagles. But I think every athlete wants to be validated to the fans, to the media, to the national audience. And I think they need to win this more than the Chiefs do to validate what they've been saying and doing for the last couple years is the right way of doing business. I saw this tweeted out from John Clark from NBC, and I didn't even believe it at first. I had to double check it and all. The last 19 quarterbacks to lose their Super Bowl debut have not been back. Jalen Hurts will be the first one of the last 19. The last quarterback to lose his debut and get back to the Super Bowl was Jim Kelly back in the 90s, early 90s. That's how random it is. Let me go over the last 19 quarterbacks to lose their debut in the Super Bowl. Brock Purdy last year, Jalen Hurts the year before that, but he's going to break this trend by playing on Sunday, February 9th. Joe Burrow, Jimmy Garoppolo hasn't been back. I don't even know if he's even played this year. Jared Goff hasn't been back. Mac Ryan's retired. Cam Newton, who I just said, never got back. Colin Kaepernick, Rex Grossman, Sexy Rexy, Matt Hasselbeck, Donovan McNabb, Jake Delhomme, Rich Gannon, Kerry Collins, Steve Air McNair. The list goes on. Chandler, Bledsoe, O'Donnell, Stan Humphries from the Chargers, the San Diego Superchargers. It's a rare feat. It's crazy to think. It's so rare to lose your debut and then get back to the Super Bowl. And Jalen Hurts is doing that, proving once again that Jalen Hurts and this Eagles process that they have, this system, this style, this culture does work and is a winning thing. But just giving another little, let's win the Super Bowl just to prove the doubters wrong. I think teams and players and stuff like that really do need that to shut up the haters. So I want to shout out to one more person, Jamel Singleton, Eagles running back coach, took over for Deuce Staley a few years ago at the position. Everyone loved Deuce Staley. I get it. He's done something that hasn't been done since the 60s. He has had 3 straight years as a running back coach with 3 different all-pro running backs. Miles Sanders in 22, all-pro running back. They get rid of him. They move on to DeAndre Swift, all-pro running back. Get rid of him after 1 year. Move on to Saquon Barkley, all-pro running back. Has not been done since the 60s. And I think everyone hated losing Deuce Staley, but Deuce Staley was never going anywhere in his coaching career, so they moved on from him. You bring in Jamal Singleton, who's been doing this for several decades, and it's just pretty special. And we've shouted out a lot of assistant coaches throughout this season, and I just wanted to shout out Jamal Singleton and the job he's done with the running back room. I know it was pretty easy this year with Saquon Barkley, but it can't all just be the offensive line. The running backs still have to hit the right holes at the right time, hold on to the football, score the touchdowns, et cetera, pick up the blitzes, et cetera. So shout out Jamel Singleton having the Eagles running back room not just ready this year, but for the last 3 years, which is this time frame that I'm talking about. Do they have to win to validate it? And they do. One final thing, and I'm a gambling degenerate. I admit it. I love to gamble. I love to bet, and nothing's more fun to bet than the Super Bowl is the second most fun thing to bet. The first being the Masters in April, which I'm a golf guy. But the Super Bowl is the most popular thing to bet all year long amongst people. So starting today, I'm going to start dropping one prop bet and just thoughts on certain things. And we're just going to start right off at the top with the MVP odds for Super Bowl Sunday. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes is the favorite to win the MVP at plus 120. Means you bet $100 and you win 120, back if he hits it. Saquon Barkley is next in odds, top Eagle at plus 260. Jalen Hurts is third at plus 350. And they're the favorites. They're the three favorites to win it. Everybody else gets the double-digit odds. Kelsey 15-1, Kareem Hunt 60-1, AJ Brown 35-1, whatever. I'm going to give you three long shot things that you might want to just look at and dabble around with. 2 Eagles and 1 Chief. I think Zach Bond at 90-1 is a steal for a few pennies. A quarter of a unit, as us gamblers like to say. He's going to have 10, 12, 15 tackles. He could easily get an interception. He definitely can get a sack of Patrick Mahomes. And Zach Bond is already in the finalists for being Defensive Player of the Year. He probably should be Defensive Player of the Year. I love 90-1 Zach Bond, Super Bowl MVP. And Dallas Goedert's slowly been getting back into the game plan and back utilized. 120-1. Every dollar laid wins $120. I can easily see Dallas Goedert having 8 catches, 100 yards and a touchdown catch. Probably would go to Jalen Hurts, but Dallas Goedert could do it. That's just something I wanted to throw out there. I mean, I wouldn't throw even a quarter, maybe a tenth of a unit on that. But 121 Dallas Goedert, not bad. Chris Jones for the Chiefs at 60-1. I don't want to admit it. I think the Eagles will win. I hope the Eagles will win. But if you're going to go with the Chiefs, I think the Chiefs' defense is going to have to shine to win this Super Bowl, not the offense. They got to slow down Saquon. They got to slow down A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts. Chris Jones is the guy that can do that. And at 60-1, that's worth a half a unit bet right there. So my favorite long shot bets for MVP, Zach Bond 90-1, Dallas Goedert 120-1, Chris Jones 60-1. I honestly will place my largest Super Bowl MVP bet on Jalen Hurts at plus 350-1 or plus 350. So that's that. Guys, this is the Eagles Checkdown right here on the Eagles Pinpoll Podcast Network. We'll be back all next week. Lots of Eagles versus Chiefs topics, thoughts, and conversation, guys. So go Birds. The bubble's up to you.
I think I just won my taxes.
Yeah?
I just switched to H&R Block in about 1 minute. All I had to do was drag and drop last year's return into H&R Block, and bam, my information is automatically there.
So I don't have to go digging around for all my old papers to switch?
Nope.
Sounds like we just leveled up our tax game.
Switching to H&R Block is easy. Just drag and drop your last return. It's better with Block.
Build a routine with Ollie that supports your wellness needs, like getting your daily vitamins and minerals with Ollie's multi-gummies, or keeping your mood upbeat with all the vitamin D in Hello Happy. Give your gut health some support with probiotics, and wake up feeling refreshed after taking Ollie Sleep. Do wellness on your terms. Find Ollie at a Walmart or Target near you or at ollie.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hey Atlanta, say hello to Small Business Help from Apple. That's right, we're here to make starting and running your business simpler. From helping you choose the right devices to setting them up hassle-free, we can help you build your business in no time. Speak to a business expert and get the help you need at no cost whatsoever. At Apple, we're open for your small business. Go to apple.com/smallbusiness or visit an Apple store to learn more.
When it comes to towing, seeing is believing. That's why Chevy Truck's advanced camera technology offers up to 8 available cameras for 14 unique views, so you can focus on the view that really matters. Chevrolet, together let's drive. Learn more about Chevy Trucks at Chevy.com. Safety or driver assistance features are no substitute for the driver's responsibility to operate the vehicle in a safe manner. Read the vehicle owner's manual for important feature limitations and information.